Good morning guys, Matt, Pinnacle Angling. Well, it's been a while. I think it's been about 2.5 months since my last video. I've had a lot of stuff going on, personal. We've had family member which has been ill, which has now sadly passed away. It's been a really tough time for my missus and her mother, which have meant I've needed to be a lot more present. As you guys all know, family comes before everything. So Cliff Daly was an absolute gentleman of a man, and today I'm going to dedicate this video to Cliff. Today we're coming down to Buddyport. Primarily it's going to be a hound session. Hounds are really running strong at the moment in the channel. But I'm also going to be putting a big rod out with a big bait, and I'm hoping we could possibly hook into a tope. So, as most of you have probably seen on the fishing pages on the website of the channel, mackerel have been absolutely slamming the Barry area. I got out the other day, managed to bag up some mackerel, so I brought some fresh mackerel with me today. Obviously I froze it, but hopefully that's going to get us into a tope. So I'm not going to talk too long. It's a nice little walk through the thing, but then I got to go through the dunes. So yeah, right, as always I'm going to play you a little bit of music, show you a little bit of drone footage of the area, some nice scenery, and then I'm going to see you down on the beach, where hopefully it's all going to go mental. See you soon. Well, what a beautiful day to be beside the seaside. So I got one rod in the water already. That's a tope bait. One of the fresh mackerel I caught down in Barry on the Nap the other day. Crazy situation with the mackerel coming up as far as Barry Nap. The water has been crystal clear, and great for us on the well side of the channel because we get to go out and do a bit of bait fishing, which we wouldn't normally get to do that close to home. So yeah, this is half a mackerel on a tope rig, just a pulley rig with a wire bite trace made up of the Pinnacle size 1 stainless steel swivels, my pre-production catfish hooks, and also Pinnacle Predator in 8-door. The 8-door Pinnacle Predator, right, I'll show you in a little bit now, but they're a fantastic hook for specimen angling because they fit straight inside an imp or in a splashdown, which some of the other specimen hooks on the market, they don't really sit very snugly in there, or they sit a little bit too snugly in there, and then sometimes they don't come out. The Predator hooks have been designed to sit beautifully in an imp and in the splashdown, so even in the size of an 8-door, which is more than capable of catching tope, skate, anything like that, you don't need to add any ironmongery onto it to make sure it releases from the imp. So, right, so that's the tope rod in the water. I'm also going to send out a rod for hounds. I'll show you the bait up there now once my crab defrosts a little bit because it's still frozen. I'm going to be using a dongle rig for the hound fishing today. The dongle rig I'm going to be using are the ones I sell on my website. They're hand tied by Rob's Rigs, and they consist of my size 3 stainless steel swivels and a size 4/0 circle hook. There are going to be size 3/0 and 2/0 circle hooks come in as well. I'm on a little bit of a delay in the factory at the moment, but fingers crossed they won't be too long. And also there's going to be some hoodies and caps coming very soon. So yeah, it's still running pretty hard left to right at the moment, so sending it up towards Buddyport and letting it bounce down. I've only got 7-ounce leads with me today, which might be a mistake, but this one seems to be holding half decent, so I think when the tide drops off a little bit now, it should be okay with the 7-ounce lead. But, yeah, what a beautiful day. All we need now is for the rod to scream off. But as I said earlier on, I'm going to be fishing one rod for tope, and I'm going to be fishing the other rod for smoothhounds. So on the smoothhound rod, I'm going to be using a dongle rig. If you go along to the website, these are the Pinnacle dongle rigs, hand tied by Rob's Rigs. You've got a 4 circle on the bottom, see it, 80-pound line, size 3 Pinnacle stainless swivels, and then it's got a breakaway imp as well. So obviously with the dongle, it's hard to bait it up, right? So also on the website is the Pinnacle dongle needle. Now it's not my design. They were made for me. They were made for me by a friend, Adam Morgan. Adam is a fantastic angler, fantastic caster, and he's also pretty good at making some baiting needles as well. So with a crab, frozen peeler crab, this one I'm going to do a whole one, just because. You don't always have to do a whole one with the hound. They haven't got a big mouth, you know. Half a crab will usually work. So I usually nip the crab on top of the hook and then bind it on to the dongle. Now with the dongle, obviously it's hard to flap around. It flaps around and it's hard to use the elastic on it. So the dongle bait needle, if you can see there, it's got a loop on it, right? On the loop on the bottom of the dongle, if you put that through there, that then creates a taut line on your dongle for you to be able to bind it on with elastic. Simple as that. Peel a crab, bound onto the dongle, circle hook, fantastic for hound fishing because of its ability to most of the time get hooked in the lip. I'm still not sold on the dongle for most of my other fishing, for rays and eels and everything. But a lot better anglers than me use them regularly. Personally myself, I'm still struggling with the thought of removing the bottom hook, which is what most of my fish come on when I fish for hounds, they usually come on the pennel, so it makes sense to me. But so we've got crab wound on to the circle hook. All you do is unhook that from the loop, pull it out the same as you would a baiting needle, and then there you go. Beautiful crab bait. Hopefully going to get us into the first fish of the day. Tide is still screaming through, so I'm not going to send this one full distance. It's going to have a 7-ounce lead on it as well, but this one I'm probably just going to send about 80 yards and see if there's a hound out there that wants to kickstart our session. Let's get out there. Well, here we go. That's fish number 1 of the session. I didn't even see the bite, to be honest with you. He's not very big, he's only small. A little starry. Crab bait on a Pinnacle dongle rig. As you can see, circle hook. Up, calm yourself. Circle hook, straight in the lip. Brilliant for fish care. Easy to remove. And we get a disgorger on it now. But yeah. Whoa. Calm down. What a great start to the session. Let's get him unhooked. Let's get him back. Now we caught the hound. I want the Tope. Looks like there's another hound on. Right, he's only a small one, nothing massive, but again, look, for fish care, the circle hook, straight in the lip. Probably don't even need a disgorger to get that out. Probably will just come out. There we are, out she comes. So, these things, oh, calm down. These things, they're keeping the one rod ticking over just while I'm waiting for the other rod to scream off with the fish baits. But it's always nice to catch a smooth hound. When they get into that shallow water, they really do fight like their life depends on it. And this is just a baby, you know. When you get into the double figure ones in the shallow water, they absolutely go like the clappers. So I'm not going to keep him out of the water too long. I'm going to send him on his way. Make sure you send your big brother over. Tell him that he needs to come and see me. Right, let's get him back. Off he goes, magic. Fingers crossed for big brother. Right, as I was saying earlier on, the Tope rig made up of Pinnacle Predator in 8-0. It's got a 4 catfish hook on it, and the 8-0 sits absolutely perfectly in a breakaway imp. Perfect diameter, perfect gauge wire, perfect gape, ready to hopefully hook a Tope in the mouth. Please excuse what the wind is doing to me. I look like an absolute But let's get this out there. Fingers crossed. Right, something different now. I haven't been having much joy for the last hour and a half, so I got a torque flapper out, some size 4 scratchers, and we're going to chuck it out. That's baited up with some fresh mackerel. Going to chuck it out about 20-30 yards and see if there's anything. I've seen a couple of little shoals of whitebait and stuff kicking about. Some fish jumping in front, so I'm going to see if I can hook into something different. Just chuck it over there and see if there's anything out there who wants a little bit of mackerel. That's literally gone about 30 yards out. See if we can get some flatties or anything. Never know, there might be a chance of turbot, dabs. You know, this is a fantastic venue in the winter for dabs and whiting, so you never know, is what I'm trying to say. So I've been really poor on species as well this year. I know I haven't been out much. But I think I'm only on about 6 species for the year. I think I set myself a target of 20 this year as well. You know, the boys up to my right have just landed a little gurnard as well, so I think there's definitely some species out there to be caught on the smaller stuff. We'll just leave the big rod and forget about it, because there doesn't seem much going on with there. Oh, as I'm saying that, line's gone a bit slack. Oh, yeah, baby. Hi. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, please. Fucking right it is.
That's a 40, Alex.
Oh, good. Oh, fucking.
Well done.
Thank you, boys.
Well done, mate.
Oh, look at that.
That's a big that is.
That's fucking huge.
That's gotta be a 40.
Right, can all that for me. I'll fucking grab him now.
Yeah. You got a sling?
Yeah. Right, well guys, we have fucking done it. Sorry for swearing, but I've been after this for 4 years. I've been to countless different marks in West Wales, and I finally land one on a sandy beach. On £44. And she's an absolute monster. Pinnacle Predator Ox 8 door, straight in the side of the mouth. And she's an absolute beast. I'm not going to keep it out of the water too long. I'm going to have a photo with her, and then we're going to release her, hopefully for Big Brother to come. But I'm over the moon. Thank you to the boys who landed. What's your names? Corey. Dylan Cox and Corey for helping me out landing the fish. Couldn't have done it without them, so I'm absolutely over the moon. Right, let's get some pictures and then we'll get it back. Awesome. There he goes. Right, I don't know if you can tell, but I am absolutely over the moon. I put the big rod away. The line snapped on my thing, and honestly I don't care. I've got a rod out now with a 2-hook flapper, and I want to finish the session off with a turbot or a gurnard or a dab or something. Honestly, absolutely amazing. If I can finish off with something like a turbot now, I'd be over the moon. I've been looking for a taupe for 4 years, right? Me and Craig, we've been absolutely everywhere on multiple occasions. We both had a run each. I had one at West Hook, and Craig had one at the quarry. But I came to a flat sandy beach and landed a taupe. Absolutely amazing. And that was caught on the fresh mackerel that I caught down on the Nap in the middle of last week. So fresh mackerel definitely doing the trick. I'm absolutely over the moon. It's a massive monkey off my back, this one. I know I said I was dedicating this video to Cliff, my father-in-law, and honestly I think that's his parting gift to me. I really do. I'm going to finish the video off on this one now, boys. I've had a 44-pound taupe, I've had some dogfish, I've had some smoothhounds, and I'm going to call it a day. Don't forget, if you want to use any of the terminal tackle I've used today, the 8-oar Predator hooks that I used to catch the taupe, or the dongle rigs that have my terminal tackle on there, www.pinnacleangling.co.uk. That's the home for all stuff Pinnacle. the end of, I'm going to say the end of the month, I should have my first load of line out as well. So it's taking time. It is taking time. It's taking a hell of a lot of money as well. But slowly I'm building a catalogue of products, which I'll be honest with you, I genuinely, when I say this, I genuinely believe it. I will put it up against any other tackle in the UK. I really would. So yeah, www.pinnacleangling.co.uk. What a way to sign out. Thank you very much, guys. See you soon.